Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. Yeah. Insane. Absolutely insane. Such a damn shame.
You're watching Young Tripp Reactions, the show where rapper Young Tripp reacts to the latest videos on crime, drama, news, and so much more. Get ready, because the show's about to start. Let's go.
Peace. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The first video that we're going to do is Kids Back to School. Parents encouraging ghetto culture. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram, because I post over there as well too. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself. Let me know about the activists that are involved, where I can join them in the fight for justice for you or your loved one. If it does involve a friend or a loved one, and the same thing applies to you as well, to see if they want to come onto the channel and tell their story involving the police or whoever it involves. If they would rather have you as the friend or relative come on and talk, that's fine. Or you guys can write a statement and then I can pull the public information and get it out there that way. Either way is fine. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And make sure you come follow me over on my social media accounts. And let's get into this.
Now I've been scrolling my For You page looking at y'all back to school videos and pictures. A real hot ghetto ass mess. I've seen children holding up money fans, got the money spread up their arm, holding up stacks of money in their uniform. Why? What's the purpose?
Okay, y'all, what is giving? 4th grade. What grade you going to? 4th grade. Okay, 4th grade, 1st grade. Like, yeah, it's them Barbies. Walk, attitude. Ooh, walk out. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk out.
Y'all buying the kids $300 sneakers, but the kids can't read. Y'all making sure they have the newest iPhone every year, but the kids can't read. Y'all making sure the birthday photo shoot has a theme, backdrop, balloons, but the kids can't read. Y'all go all out for prom day as if these kids are getting married, but the kids can't read.
Hey besties, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. You guys, black parents, especially black moms, are out here causing a very controversial moment during the entire back to school moment. So apparently, parents are out here literally forcing their kids to look like grown-ups and act like they're wealthy just because they're trying to prove a point on the internet. And this is making people look down on the black community.
There's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. It cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products. Try Dawn Power Wash.
Love Grandma's recipes, and all this hand washing
is a real pain.
It's my moment of zen. With Safeguard Skin Zen, washes away 99% of germs and has double skin conditioners. Oh, no, it's our moment of zen. Safeguard, find your moment of zen.
identity. Because they're trying to prove a point on the internet. And this is making people look down on the black community.
Okay, y'all, what is giving?
4th grade.
What grade you going to?
4th grade.
Okay, fourth grade, first grade. Like, yeah, it's some Barbies. Let me see your eyes. Ooh, tell them this shit. Stop. Ooh, walk out. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk out.
There was so much wrong with this video. I don't even know where to start. You know, the outfits, nothing wrong with the outfits. It was obviously a school uniform. You know, nothing wrong with the hair. I personally think the baby hair is a little bit much, but to each their own. You know, even the nails, like I personally, you know, when they're that young, it looked like they had acrylics. I personally wouldn't do that either. But whatever. My beef is the attitude. It's the behavior. Because what was that? What was that? 4th grade and 1st grade. And they're acting like, you know, they're 16, 17 years old.
Facts. I agree with the commentator. This is why people grow up with attitudes. When they become adults, they have attitudes. All that. Like the lady said, acting like they nearly almost grown, about to graduate from high school in a couple years. Versus being in 1st grade and 3rd grade. And how the mom talking about attitude, ooh, as you keep hearing the mom say, showing everything. People don't need to see what you did for your kids to go to school, because the things that you do are things that parents are supposed to do when your kids go to school. It's one thing to take pictures and post them, you know, on your Facebook or on your Instagram or things like that. That's all cool. Or even on your TikTok, if that's a platform that you rock with. But to be posting like them acting like they're almost teenagers. The lady even said it looked like their nails was done like they was 15, 16 years old versus first and 3rd grade. Man, that's crazy. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
Their behavior, because what was that? What was that? 4th grade and 1st grade. And they're acting like, you know, they're 16, 17 years old. They're clearly watching their mother. They're clearly watching something on TikTok, you know, because I think it's like they cursing up a storm. So if I refuse to believe that there's boundaries around technology, right? Because there's not even boundaries in the way that they conduct themselves in front of their mother. It's one thing, you know what, if you want to swear in front of your children, personally, I don't swear in front of kids. I don't agree with that. But if you want to swear in front of your kids, where's the line? Where's the distinction? Like, hey, okay, mommy and daddy can swear, other adults can swear, you can't swear. You're a child. Stay in a child's place. Teaching boundaries. Where is that? And why? You know, got the little 1st grader flipping off the camera. She doesn't even know what grade she's in. She said she was in 4th grade too. So they've got the freshest kicks. You know, they've got, you know, their hair braided really nicely. They got, you know, ice on their necks. Why are you taking that to school? Right? Time and place. But they got all that stuff, and she don't even know what grade she's in. Y'all do all of this stuff, and y'all kids are functionally illiterate. Y'all's kids can't read. Your kids don't know your phone number. Your kids don't know the address. Your kids don't even know your government name. My hope is that the children in this video do, but a lot of y'all's kids are not equipped for the school year. They're equipped for a fashion show. And again, there's nothing wrong with sending your kids to school looking nice. It's a blessing that you're able to do that. But the priorities are clearly in the wrong spot, because then you wanted to get in the car. Where was the baby's car seat? Where were their seat belts? You were filming too while you were driving. None of this was safe. None of this made sense. Honestly, like seriously, CPS, like this is giving child endangerment. This is giving child neglect. And I already know the videos are going to get worse. The videos throughout the next like week, 2 weeks are just going to get worse and worse and worse because again, school is now.
She said that she was filming her kids getting in the car, y'all. Didn't make sure that they was fastened in. Didn't make sure the first grader had a booster seat. But you too busy trying to show off what they wearing, what they look like. And again, like the lady said, nothing wrong with, having your kids look nice going off to school. Again, it's a blessing from the Lord and Savior that you can be able to do that, because some people can't do that. But some people think the most flashiest things, and especially women, believe the most flashiest things is the biggest things. And that's not so. Especially just to go to school. They go to school to learn, not look flashy. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
Is basically elevated. The videos throughout the next like week, 2 weeks are just going to get worse and worse and worse because again, school is basically elevated daycare now. It's not a place where people go to learn. It's not a place where people go to better themselves. It's just,
For real, guys, this is insane. And everything this woman said is so accurate. Make it make sense. Rather than you focusing on the right stuff, y'all be out here doing crazy stuff because, y'all trying to be the Gen Z moms. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Most of the parents will be out here focusing on content like this, on their kids being baddies. Trust me, they don't care about the kids' homework. They don't check if everything is okay in school, their performances. And that's how we end up having consistent children who don't know how to read and write in school.
Or just like how she said that the second girl didn't even know what grade she was going to. The first girl said third grade, so she going to third grade. The second girl said third grade, but like I think the first one really is going to third grade. The second one is going to second grade, and the other one is going to first grade. But she said she going to third grade too. So again, your kids don't even know what grade they're going to, but they're going to school G'd up, and that's all you worried about versus correcting her that no, you going to second grade. Your other sister is going to third grade, and your other sister is going to first grade. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And then again, allowing them to walk around with attitudes and all that, trying to show off for social media. Insane. Let's continue.
And on how we end up having consistent children who don't know how to read and write in school. And honestly, I'm super concerned for the generation after this, because we have kids in college at this point who can't read nor write. How do y'all think all that is going to turn out? Okay. And we also got to admit, AI has done a lot of stuff to promoting kids not being, I'm going to say, hardworking in school. But we also can't sit here and deny the fact that, bad parenting is also contributing to the entire thing.
Buying the kids $300 sneakers, but the kids can't read. Y'all making sure they have the newest iPhone every year, but the kids can't read. Y'all making sure the birthday photo shoot has a theme, backdrop, balloons, but the kids can't read. Y'all go all out for prom day as if these kids are getting married, but the kids can't read. They spending hours on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They know all the newest dances, but the kids can't read. A lot of y'all parents will fight for your child, but you will not sit down 30 minutes to read with your child because, yes, it starts at home. These kids is grown, look grown, dress grown, doing everything grown folks do, but they can't read. And now we have teachers continuously sounding the alarms that these kids who are now leaving high school cannot read or write. These are basic skills that you learn in elementary school. At some point, as parents, we gotta ask ourselves, what are we preparing our kids for? Because looking successful and actually having the skills equipped to be successful, those are two different things. The clothes are gonna get small.
Facts. She is spitting nothing but facts. Let's continue.
The shoes are for, because looking successful and actually having the skills equipped to be successful, those are two different things. The clothes are gonna get small. The shoes are gonna get old. The phone is gonna get outdated. But a child who can't simply comprehend, can't read, can't write, you are already starting that child at a disadvantage that all the designer in the world cannot cover. We gotta get our priorities back. Before we start worrying about what's on these kids' feet, we gotta worry about what's in their minds. Because tell me, what good is it to give your child everything if the kids can't even read?
Ready to snap.
Advertisement, y'all.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
It never really sat right with me leaving him alone all the time. He's such an important part of my life, but I didn't realize there was another option.
Right now.
And then a friend told me about Support Pets, and now I don't have to leave him behind. Support Pets helped me get Arlo qualified as an emotional support animal in less than 48 hours by a real doctor. They also included a free psychiatric service
in the world cannot cover. We got to get our priorities back. Before we start worrying about what's on these kids' feet, we got to worry about what's in their minds. Because tell me, what good is it to give your child everything if the kids can't even read?
I miss when every child learning how to read and write was a basic necessity before you even get into high school. Like, this so-called logo and motto of, oh, no one's getting left behind in school, is turning into a chaotic situation. We have a lot of kids who don't deserve to be in high school, just because society is trying to normalize crazy stuff. And what's worse is, most of these kids who can't read also have parents who can't read, so who's gonna help who out? And that's why you have a lot of these parents not checking out for their kids and what they're doing and how they're studying, because apparently the backbenchers in class, the kids who never cared about school, are now having babies. What do y'all expect? They are definitely gonna create their own prodigy, and that's what's happening.
Now, I've been scrolling my For You page, looking at y'all back to school videos and pictures. A real hot ghetto ass mess. I've seen children holding up money fans, got the money spread up their arm, holding up stacks of money in a uniform. Why? What's the purpose? And before any dumbass comes in my comment section talking about I'm hating, I'm recording this video from my home office. That little bit of change wouldn't even be able to cover my mortgage for 1 month. But let's get back to y'all. I need to know the purpose of it. What are you trying to make other people believe? That you're rich? I'm not buying it. Because y'all rely too heavily on GoFundMes. You will show stacks of money, but then when it's time somebody get killed or you need something for your bill money or something like that, you got to GoFundMe up. So like I said, I refuse to believe that y'all are got tons of money like you claim to. I've even watched a video of a little girl that looked like she was about in the 3rd or 4th grade, holding up her middle finger, talking about don't fuck with her. Are y'all serious? What?
That's insane. That's insane. And the parents, I'm sure, didn't do nothing about it. That's absolutely insane. Let's continue.
Her mom chuckling, a little girl that looked like she was about in the 3rd or 4th grade, holding up her middle finger, talking about don't fuck with her. Are y'all serious? With her mom chuckling and giggling in the fucking background. Y'all bitches are idiots. And you don't need any fucking kids. The crazy part, y'all stay pregnant. So this kind of shit is gonna keep going on forever. But y'all are not fit to be around no children. Cause you're too fucking ignorant. This is why every other race laughs at us and think that we are low class people, because this is the way y'all carry on. Why not just don't even post fucking pictures of your kids? If that's the way you want to present them on social media, just keep that shit in your camera roll.
Can we let kids be kids? Because make it make sense. Why you out here doing all these aesthetics, I'm gonna say a child, right? Why is a child wearing ice to school? Since when did this become a normal thing to do? Because apparently things just keep going from bad to worse. Let kids be kids. Let them experience what it means to be a child, a toddler. Y'all be out here rushing to make kids look like grown up. Then when they grow up, what they gonna do? What they gonna do?
Hi, the kids know me as Miss G. They're probably on this app somewhere, and no, a lot of my students could not read. I'm gonna share with you guys something. Buckle up. I don't know, grab a drink of water, listen, put your phone down. I'm going to share with you guys something that I've known for a while, and it's one of the reasons why I left teaching. No, students cannot read, and I'm going to take you back to teacher education school. So one of the classes that I took was to potentially become a reading specialist, and I remember distinctly feeling a pit in my stomach when this professor said, we don't teach phonics because there are exceptions to the rule. Like, words like the don't always follow the rules, so we don't teach the rules. And I felt something deep within my soul that said this is wrong, and everybody goes, yeah, that makes so much sense. And from that point on, that was the way of the world in about 2012, because that's when I graduated. I graduated teaching school in 2011. And she said that, and I thought, since when have exceptions made the rule? Because I was taught to read using Hooked on Phonics. We learned, now granted I was homeschooled, but I was taught to read on Hooked on Phonics. I learned what diphthongs were. I learned how to blend sounds. I learned, vowel, consonant, vowel rules. First vowel is long, second vowel is silent, those sorts of things. I was exposed to vocabulary. There was no list for me growing up for words that I just need to know, which were sight words. So we started this thing, particularly in California, where we have what's called sight words. They're not words that you actually need to decode. They are words that you just have to simply memorize. I want you guys to remember back in the day, they had those commercials for My Baby Can Read. My baby could not read because my baby could not decode. My baby was simply memorizing what the letters look like together and then memorizing the word. An example of this that I often give when I am ever asked about teaching is that I had a kid read a word and he said mustard instead of mustache. Why? Because it started with M-U-S-T, and that was it. There was no decoding of what the sentence was actually saying, no decoding of the word, no sounding it out, because we were told in teaching school that sounding it out is a bad thing. This is one problem. So lo and behold and lo, we have students who only learn sight words unless they were doing some sort of extra tutoring with like Kumon or Score. That was what was big when I was growing up. They never learned how to read properly. They simply just learned how to use context clues.
I genuinely think AI has done more harm. I'm going to say a lot of harm to the studying sector, tutoring and teaching process, with the learning process. Does AI have its benefits? Obviously. But when we talk about schooling, a lot of kids don't do homework. AI does everything. They don't read. And what's worse is, as time goes on, this is going from bad to worse. I think it's high time the government places a law, a ban on kids using AI, not just in the classroom, but for assignments. Because kids don't do shit. All they go do is, AI, get this job done, bling, and you're done. And with that happening, kids don't learn. Everyone's always on social media 24/7 on your phones. I miss those days where kids could actually go to the playground, play, mingle with other kids, create memories. Mind y'all, this was also helping your brains develop, and this was definitely also a form of learning because it triggers a lot of innovations, interactions. But now, nobody want to be outside. Everyone's indoors on their phones, on social media. No one want to learn. No one reads anymore. Kids are having a very short time span and focusing time on anything. So we gotta fix the system before it is completely destroyed.
Fall is full of reasons to get together. Whatever's on your calendar, NFM has furniture for every occasion and every budget, from cozy sectionals.
Destroyed.
this
time on anything. So we gotta fix the system before it is completely destroyed.
The same thing goes for writing. There was a point, y'all, where my teacher education teachers were telling me that as long as you understood the context of the writing, as long as I as a teacher understood the writing, I should not mark them down for spelling. Because did I understand, did I comprehend, then that's all that matters. Abominable. I can't believe I drank that Kool-Aid for some years, but that was one of the things that they told us. So, as we know, writing and reading go hand in hand, right? Reading, writing, spelling, all that goes hand in hand. So if you have kids who are told that their spelling doesn't matter as long as the teacher understands, we stopped doing spelling tests. That was like, oh, it was too, what about the kids who have these issues? The bean soup theory was all over the place in education. So this is at the elementary school level, right? That's the second problem, is that we stopped doing spelling tests. We didn't want to mark kids down if we understood the entire paper, but they had some words misspelled. We didn't want to lower their grades. The third thing, and I have taught many a grade. So people are like, you don't know elementary. I taught elementary, middle, and high school, and I taught English as a second language. So that's what it was called back in the day, English development. The third thing is there is a push to integrate students who are not at reading level into mainstream classes because they don't want to segregate them. There's a whole plethora of reasons why, but that's another video. If you want me to talk about that, that's another video. So, I was teaching a standard middle school English class, and I had a student in there who was at the 1.8 reading level. What that means is he is first grade, 8 months. Now, I am not a miracle worker, but baby, my kids, their reading levels went up, okay? There was nothing I could do about this. This kid's in 8th grade. Reading level is 1.8. Everybody else in the class is 5.6, 6.0. I could do something with them.
Well, did he have like a disability? Did he need extra help? Did he need to be, under an IEP to be able to help him more? Did we figure out why? Is it just because of the parents being negligent, not helping him learn at home when he was younger? We got to know all of the underlining. Just because somebody struggles with reading doesn't mean that they just their parents just didn't teach them, or they don't know how. Maybe they have like a reading disability or have some type of disability. They could have dyslexia, or mixing around letters, all types of different things. So it's about trying to figure out the context of why he was having those issues. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
But because of this, reading level is 1.8. Everybody else in the class is 5.6, 6.0. I could do something with them. But because of this push to keep kids in classes and keep kids in mainstream classes, we have a bunch of students who are simply just falling behind. The fourth thing, we used to fail kids. We used to say, you know what? You're not ready, baby. You ain't ready. But to avoid looking like racist or looking like they were discriminatory, schools stopped holding kids back because they were noticing that some of the kids who were held back were minority students, namely Black and brown students. So, and by brown, I mean Latino, of Latino descent, whatever that's correct politically.
What's hilarious with this, I'm going to say a lot of situations right now is we have teachers complaining about what's going on and how things need to be done better. But news flash, a lot of parents be out here blaming the parents, the teachers, talking about, they are incompetent. That's why their kids are not performing. That's why their kids can't read nor write. Girl, the moment you chose to become a mom, a dad, a parent, that was a full-time commitment. Gotta check your kids' homework, assignment. You need to keep up with your kids' education. But some of y'all, the moment y'all pay the bills and the school fees, y'all out of there. And I'm like, what? Really? Really? This is why I say some of y'all ain't fit for parenting. Stop blaming the teachers when you know fully well, oh, you got a lot to do when it comes to your kids' schooling. Parents, do more to check up on your kids. Help them read and write. It's not only an obligation which needs to be fulfilled by the teacher in a classroom.
Correct languages and Black, obviously. So they stopped holding kids back. I remember specifically at a school that I taught at, someone said, this will be the last promotion some of these kids will ever see, so we better give it to them. Meaning, 8th grade promotion, they're not going to graduate high school, so they have to go through this 8th grade promotion because they're not going to make it out. Instead of putting them in an intervention class. This is what has caused this. There are so many different factors. Not teaching fundamentals at the elementary school level. There's a school in Louisiana who has reverted back to basic phonics. Their kids are excelling. We know that works. But someone decided that it was too controlling or structured or something. We have kids who are being pushed into mainstream classes. We stopped really doing like honors, advanced. They're trying to avoid that thing because they don't want people to feel bad. They don't want to seem like they're discriminatory. Some kids are not ready and others are. Give those classes back. So that is why students cannot read. I would love to hear other people's experiences. One of the reasons why, and lastly, I'll say this, one of the reasons why I left is because teachers were always being blamed for this. But I'm like, if I'm teaching middle school and you're not even at 6th grade level, it's dang near too late. Now, I will say that I did teach ELD classes and some of those students were 4th grade reading level in English, but because their Spanish was maybe 8th or 9th grade, they were able to catch up and they were able to get to 8th grade reading level by the end of the year, by the end of their middle school years, because I would teach them all together. So there are some exceptions to this, but in general, this is what's happening. Yes, students cannot read.
As time goes by, a lot of teachers are quitting. Teachers quitting is literally turning into a full-blown pandemic. And y'all think that's normal? Because not only are these children being extremely disrespectful to the teachers, they are so condescending and so, I'm going to say, ratchet. And y'all be letting it slide. Something needs to be done to the educational system to fix all of this. What do y'all think about the entire commentary? Let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.
What'd you say?
Another day, another statistic. Viewer discretion advised.
Go. Okay, y'all, what is giving?
4th grade.
What grade you going to?
4th grade.
Okay, 4th grade, 1st grade. Like, yeah, it's them Barbies. Walk, attitude. Ooh, walk out. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk out.
Comment, share, and subscribe.
Hold on, y'all, because I'm going to also tilt this up again so y'all can see it again. So she about to play it again so I don't have to replay it.
Subscribe to my channel, all of this. What do y'all think about the entire commentary? Let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.
What'd you say?
Another day, another statistic. Viewer discretion advised.
Go.
Okay, y'all, what is giving?
4th grade.
What grade you going to?
4th grade.
Okay, 4th grade, 1st grade. Like, yeah, it's them Barbies. Walk, attitude. Ooh, walk out. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk out.
See? These dishes are still
Advertising,
dirty.
y'all.
You need a detergent that cleans your dishes and your filter.
Filter?
Yep, my go-to is Cascade Platinum Plus. Only these action packs have double
Can't
the
skip it
gum,
right now.
breaking down food residue, even on your filter. Cascade.
I consider myself a purveyor of
beautifully designed tools, things that tick, tock, click, crank, and rattle, all sorts of instruments and gadgets, little knickknacks for my travels, handcrafted parrot figurines sculpted in the jungles of Costa Rica.
I was really hoping that was AI. I really was. Like, deep down, I was like, please let this be AI. I couldn't find anything to justify that. There's a lot I could say about this video, but the thing that bothers me most is, which one of you niggas gave her the opportunity to be a mother? That's what I'm more upset about. Because I'm sure you could see these attributes that she would now pass down to her children when you met her. I'm sure. Because if you got to the point of intimacy, she showed you something. And one of you niggas, if not multiple, gave her 3 kids. Parents like this are single-handedly setting us back. Can you imagine as a parent only valuing material things, degenerate behavior, attitudes from small children that don't know shit about the world truly? That little girl is going to 1st grade with her nails done. You taking them to school and the first thing they hear in the morning is trap music. You don't think that does something to the brain over a period of time? And it's cute now. But they gonna get older one day and become your problem. And if it stopped there, I wouldn't have much to say about this video, but after they're your problem, they become our problem. And this is why I'm talking about it. They gotta go out to society and contribute. And the things you are teaching them are not going to be beneficial to what we are trying to build as a community. Boy, I tell you, a lot of y'all don't deserve to be mamas. And the worst is yet to come because they got a little boy right beneath them all. Never thought I'd see the day where we could watch people raise statistics. And unless these young women take a sharp turn somewhere, somehow, for the better, yeah, they are definitely going to be statistics. And it's all they mama fault. And I'm sure if you ask her, she's a great mom. Take me back to the time when we could tell people they ain't shit, especially with how they raise their kids. But you know, unfortunately for her, she ain't got to listen to shit that I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep it chin.
Oh, this is crazy because based on what this woman is out here doing, these kids are gonna end up having, I'm gonna say, being mean girls. Can y'all see the attitude they having already? They're cursing, they saying all sort of shit, and their mom be letting it slide. Oh, I'm gonna say their mom be teaching and promoting them to do this shit. Some of y'all are literally not ready for parenting and not ready to be parents. So why y'all out here popping babies and getting pregnant every other week? Because honestly, every good parent will definitely know what you're doing is wrong.
Absolutely insane. Attitudes, holding up money. One of the girls don't even know what grade she's going to when she's going to 1st, thinking she's going to 3rd with her sister. Yeah, these kids need to learn how to, read, be able to write, unless they got some type of disability where they need an IEP, which an IEP is to help them be able to do those things. As a person who has vision loss, I know about all that all too well. Then they should be able to go to school and learn because their parents should have been able to teach them somewhat at home, and then they go to school and learn. If they have difficulty, then again, that's where an IEP comes in, and an IEP helps. So then they can learn the same as their peers. Let me know what y'all think. I'll have everything pinned at the top of the chat and at the top of the link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram because I post over there as well too. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB and my professional Instagram. If it does involve a friend or a loved one, see if they want to come on the channel, tell their side of the story of whatever happened and all that. The same thing applies if it's you as well too. If they don't want to come on and tell their story, you as the friend or relative can come on and tell it for them, or you guys can write a statement. Either way is fine. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram. That will be pinned at the top of the chat and at the top of the link in the description, along with the original video. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And before letting your kids cuss, make sure they know how to read and they know what grade they're going to. Peace.